Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Kaz, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do a custom rim in Blender like this one. Before we do get started, I do want to let you guys know, if you guys want to go ahead and follow along with this tutorial, there's going to be a link in the description down below to the sketch that I'm going to be using to build the rim. On that link you'll also have access to the project file as well. But anyways, that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, so really quickly, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a sketch. Like I said, you can either use mine or you go ahead and create your own. To be able to summarize what I'm going to go ahead and model in Blender, I added a quick little topology map, so that way when I do start modeling, I can kind of have something to follow along with. Okay, so anyways, the idea in Blender before we do get started is to make half of a pole, which as you can see I have 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have 6 of them. Jesus, I have 6 of them, and the idea is to make half of one. So we're gonna make this half, then we're gonna mirror that, and then once we mirror what is that, bro? Once we mirror that half, we're gonna be able to take that one and duplicate it across this one circle right here. Okay, so anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and open up Blender. That's probably gonna take me about like 30 minutes just to open up Blender. And in Blender, what we're gonna do is, of course, get rid of a default and go to front view, shift A. We're gonna go ahead and add a image reference, find your image, and then once you have this, make sure you select it, go to object data property. We're gonna click on opacity, and we're gonna lower this all the way down like so. And we're gonna go ahead and shift A, add a circle, match circle. And now we're gonna go ahead and click on view. You want to select your image, scale it all the way up so it matches your circle. Let me go ahead also turn these screencast on so you guys can see exactly what I'm clicking and all that stuff. Okay, maybe that'll help. Anyway, so now that you have this, select your circle, delete it. I know it's weird because we're actually gonna go ahead and add it again. Click on view one more time, and if you zoom in, we're gonna go ahead and play with the vertices right here. So if you see, we have 1 2 3 points. So we need 3 points. That's all we need from this circle. So while holding shift, make sure you have 3 points. 1 2 3. We do. So if you go to edit mode, these points 1 2 3, that's all we need. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these. Bam, perfect. All right, now we have these right here. So really quickly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna E to extrude it on the Z axis like so. And now we're gonna go ahead and start over here. E to extrude. Now guys, do not make this perfect. This does not have to be perfect for now. I just want to add all the points, and then later on we're going to go ahead and connect them. We're going to connect them one by one, and I'm going to show you guys how to make everything pretty even. So now select this one and this one. I have to connect them like so. And now we got to add these right here. Do keep in mind this one line right here, this one edge, this one point, this and this other point. We don't need them, so don't mind that. Let's skip that for now. So all we have is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 vertices that we need. So Control R, we have the first one, we have 2, we have 3 4 5 6 7. All right, so we have 7. We're gonna move this up right here, and we're gonna connect it with this, which click F, not G. I clicked on G by accident. So select this one, and we're gonna again F, and then again F, and then again F. And then at this point, we're gonna go ahead and move this one up to right here. Again F. This one is gonna be F. This one's gonna be F. Jesus. And we just keep doing this, and we connect them all. So you can see everything is kind of all over the place, but I'm gonna show you guys how to align everything so it looks a little bit more cleaner. Anyway, so once you have this, as you can see, this is why that map helped me, because now I know what vertices I gotta add and what I gotta connect to what. But once you have this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to click 2 on your keyboard to go to edge selection mode, and we're gonna select this, scale Z0, and then keep doing the same thing, and it's just gonna go ahead and make everything just be flat if it wasn't already. Scale Z0, and if it moves it like that, don't stress it. I'll help you fix it right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this up on the z-axis to be right there. Move this up to the z-axis to be right there. Okay, and then everything else I think looks pretty good. I think that's all we needed. So this is what we got going on so far. So now that you have this, like I said, we have half of one. We're gonna go ahead and mirror. So go to generate mirror, and it's gonna mirror perfectly right next to it. Make sure you have merge selected, because if you don't, what's gonna happen is that when you apply it and you click on one of the vertices and you move it, you're gonna have duplicates all in the middle. So let's go back, let's apply the merge, and let's apply the mirror modifier. So now if you do select one of these, it's all merged. This is all one shape. Let's select them all, click F to fill it in. So now we have this one shape. Now the idea is to duplicate this all around the circle, right? Make sure you're on front view. Make sure you're on front view. It has to be on front view. You're gonna go into edit mode, Alt E. Make sure you're on front view, Alt E, and spin. We're gonna spin it, and make sure you have use duplicate selected. And as you can see, there's 9, but we only need 6. So bring this down. So this is perfect, actually. This is perfect. The only thing that I'm not liking is spacing in between. In your case, if you're doing your own sketch, you might not have this problem, but if you do, quick way to fix that. But before we do move on, there's a duplicate. There's a duplicate here that you want to make sure you X and delete vertices, and make sure that you have no other duplicates anywhere else, which we don't. So we're good to go. So now that you have this, go back into edit mode. We're gonna go ahead and delete all of these. We don't need these, so delete them, and this one as well, we don't need it. So we're gonna go ahead and delete it, and delete these right here. Don't forget these. So now that you do this, you want to go ahead and select these right here, scale Z 0 to make it straight, and then put it right there, right on the x-axis line right there. That should work. And let's make it a little bit closer. And for these two right here, what I like to do is I like to select them both, F to fill it up, Control R to add a loop cut, and now you want to select this one edge and this one edge, and you want to click X and dissolve edges. So now it's just one like that. So this is perfect, right? So now what I like to do is I like to select all of these right here. We're gonna delete all these right here, all these, and X and vertices. Now let's make sure we don't have duplicate vertices right here, which we don't. So we're good to go. So now select everything again, Alt E, spin, and make sure you use duplicates, and make sure you X to delete this one duplicate that will always show up there. Okay, so there you go. So we have that going on now, but there's still not one solid shape. We need this to be one solid shape. To do that, what you want to do is select all of them by clicking A, right click, go to merge vertices, and merge them by distance. So now you want to play with this merge distance number. So what I like to do is make sure you can see one full of them, and holding shift, drag it up. If you drag it up too much, you're gonna start seeing your shape disappearing. So make sure you drag it up as high as possible without those there. So as you can see, your shape is still the same, but it's kind of like a bit higher, a higher number. So now when you select one of these and you move it, it merged. Again, it merged, kind of like the mirror, right? It merged to just one shape. So this is what we want. We got the one shape. We're gonna go ahead and move this back. Select this, select the whole thing. E to extrude, move it back like so. And now we have this one shape right here. Looks pretty cool, right? What I like to do now is I like to select all these faces up here. Select all these faces. Select this one. We're gonna select them all, guys. We're gonna have some fun right here. We're gonna go ahead and delete these X faces. Okay. So now what I like to do is I like to select this whole circle of faces, and make sure you have proportional editing selected. And I like to use sharp for this, sharp. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to side view, GY, and scale this down a little bit. This is up to your liking, but I like to be somewhere there. This looks pretty cool to me. All right, so at this point, really quickly, what I like to do is I like to save your project file. I've already saved this many times, guys. You have no idea how many times I've done this tutorial. I've probably done it like 5 times, and every time I do it, I find something new that I could do and add to it. So do not let YouTube tutorials fool you. Be able to do this. I do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to learn something and then teach it back, whether I learned it by myself or whether I grabbed something from somewhere and now I implemented my own idea to it. So I actually like doing this, right? So this is why I don't mind. But if you're struggling and you want to create something and you feel like you're not getting nowhere, just know that it takes many tries to be able to get to that point you want to get to. Anyways, so at this point, now that we saved everything, what I like to do really quickly is we're gonna go ahead and select this edge right here. Select the full edge. Select the full. You know what? No. We're gonna select these faces right here. This is what we're gonna do. E to extrude, scale it down right there. We're gonna scale it down. Now that you scale it down, you wanna go ahead and add a loop cut to make this a little bit smoother. And at this point, you wanna go ahead and make sure you're on front view. Make sure you toggle X-ray right here. And we're gonna go ahead and select these. Make sure you're holding shift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then leave 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 spaces. 1, up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now we have equal spaces. Now, guys, do keep in mind this is not the best way to. This rim is being built for 3D animation. It's not being built for real world dimensions. So keep that in mind, right? That'll be a whole ball game. You would have to figure out dimensions, sizes, and all that stuff. The right fitment for the actual car and all that stuff. This is not the case. It's just more for 3D animations, maybe video games and things like that. This will work because you don't need real dimensions, right? Anyways, so now that you have this, at this point, what I like to do is I like to inset them somewhere around there. Should be pretty cool. And right click, loop tools, click on circle. Let's go back into this view right here and let's scale them down. Somewhere right there should work. At this point, what we could do is we could click X, faces. We're gonna delete those faces. Now we're gonna select these and this one, and you want to go ahead and add a bridge edge loops. Same thing with this one, bridge edge loops, and this one right here as well, and this one, bridge edge loops. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and select this one back here. Select this one, and this one, not this one, this one right here. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and E to extruded while holding Y, scale Y, 0. And we have this so far, looking pretty good. I think that's a little bit too out. I think this right here should work. Okay, so now we have this general shape going on, pretty smooth, pretty nice. Let's go ahead and Control S to save it. All right, guys, so now that we have this, we pretty much got the general shape pretty much together. You want to go ahead and find a reference. I have a reference here that I've been using all along, and let's go ahead and move this right here, and we're gonna go ahead and move this right here. Okay, so we have this full screen right here. At this point, we just gotta add this outer ring right here that's gonna make this completed. So Shift A, we're gonna add a circle, RX90. We're gonna scale it up to about here. Now that we do that, make sure you go to edit mode, select them all, E to extrude, and then S to scale it right there, E, S, ES, ES, and ES right there. Okay, so now we have this. We want to move it back so it touches the back of the rims, the poles. So right there should be pretty cool. Okay, now that you have this, you want to go ahead and select this one, and this one, and you want to go ahead and move it to the front so it touches basically pretty much this part right here. And then while going on face selection mode, select these two faces, Alt E to extrude faces along normal, and extrude them this way, like so. Boom, right there. Now we want to go ahead and Control 3 to add a subdivision modifier to this whole thing, and Control R to add a loop cut right there. Right there. Another one up here. And I like to add one here and one here. And look at how beautiful this looks. Make sure you shade auto smooth so it looks a whole lot smoother. So at this point we have this, but of course this looks weird. So the way that I fix this is I'll select the edge of all these poles right here. Select the edge, select the edge, select the edge, and I'll move it on the y-axis backwards like so. GY. So the idea is for this one right here to touch the top. So right there should be cool. All right. So now that you have this, it's pretty much merged. And at this point, what we got left to do is to take these faces right here and this one. Okay, we're gonna scale it on the y-axis by 0, so it's flat. We make sure it's flat, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and E2 extrude on the y-axis, and right there should also be cool. Now that we have this, at this point what we got left to do is to merge, to make sure that we have this and this, and Control Alt E, no, not Alt E, sorry, right click and bridge edge loops. Right now it's not bridging properly, so make sure that set origin to geometry is turned on and bridge edge loops. Okay, so now you have that, and that's very much needed to be able to get that shape going. And we add a loop cut right there. All right, so now this is the shape that we got going on, which is beautiful. I love the way that this is coming out. And at this point, what you want to do is you want to create the other side of this rim, which to do that, all you want to do is go ahead and select these, Shift D, duplicate it again, just in case we gotta go back, because right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the subdivision modifier, and once we do that, if we want to go back, we would have to pretty much redo it again unless we have a backup. So at this point, what we're going to do is Control A to apply, and we're going to add a mirror modifier. All right, so adding mirror modifier to this, and make sure that you select one of these points back here as far back as possible. This should work. And Shift S cursor to selected, and set origin to 3D cursor. And if you click on the Z axis, it'll merge it like so. All right, so there's, you know, you pretty much at this point you keep on going and keep adding details, adding the logo, playing around with the overall shape, and all that stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much how you build a rim. I think I showed you pretty much all the steps. I'm pretty sure this is the foundation that you need to pretty much now go ahead and sketch any crazy idea that you might have in mind and create anything you want with it. Which if you do, feel free to let me know. Send them to me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, send them to me, I'll repost them, I'll watch them, I'll see what you do, and I'll give you some feedback as well. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like down below, comment what you want to see next, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.